Hey everyone, here is your October 2020 real estate market update for Airdrie. And I'm Brad Walker with Redline Real Estate here in Airdrie. Let's get into it. Now before we get started, if you could scroll down and give this video a thumbs up, that really helps me get it in front of more people and spread this information to more homeowners in the city. Now we had another great month here in Airdrie. This was actually the first time in 6 years that we've seen more sales and new listings in a single month for all of Airdrie. The last time that it happened was November 2014. So this is great to see the momentum continuing right into the fall and into the early winter. And you'll notice on this graph here as well, the average days on market is now sitting at 62 days. This is a huge improvement over what we saw earlier in the year, where, for example, in February, our average was actually 92 days on market for all of Airdrie. Now, in terms of overall sales, we've actually already passed our yearly totals for sales for 2018 and 2019 here in 2020, and we still have 2 months left of data to go. So you'll see here in 2018 we had 1,148 sales for the whole year, and 2019 we had 1,193 sales for the whole year, and this year at the end of October we're already sitting at 1,200 sales even, with those 2 months of data yet to come. Now it's shaping up to be our best sales year since 2015 actually, because if we stay on track, we're probably going to pass 2016 and 2017 yearly totals as well, which would bring us back to 2015, which was at the peak of our last seller's market. Now we're probably not going to reach those sales numbers, but we should get fairly close. Now at this point, I am still going to stick with the prediction that I discussed last month in the market update, which I'm seeing a better than average sales through the winter and into the spring, but I think we're going to see an above average listing season in the spring, which is going to bring our inventory back up and normalize our market a little bit. The current low inventory numbers has been and will continue to be helpful for sellers throughout the winter, but as we get into spring 2021, I think that advantage is going to slowly go away due to those high listing numbers. So my advice to sellers would be, if you are looking to list next spring, consider the possibility of doing it slightly earlier to beat that rush of listings in the spring. And if you can't do that, if you have to be in the spring 2021, do all that you can now through the winter to get your home ready. Make sure you're well prepared to hit the market the best you can so you beat out the competition. Now my advice for buyers throughout the winter, this one's a bit different. There's not really a best or worst. It's more just dependent on you and your situation. If you buy sooner rather than later in the winter, you know you're going to get a fantastic interest rate, but there is less inventory to choose from. Whereas if you wait till the spring, there's likely going to be quite a few more houses to choose from, but it's hard to say what interest rates will be then. Alright, now for neighborhood of the month. And this month it's got to go to Hillcrest. They have been on a hot streak for the last few months in Hillcrest, with each month having more sales than new listings, and inventory in the time span of just a few months has come down from 24 active listings to now just 4 active listings in the whole neighborhood. And throughout all that, they've brought the average days on market down from 85 days down to 59 days this month. So safe to say they've been on a tear in Hillcrest for sure, and they are absolutely the neighborhood of the month in Airdrie. Alright, now for mortgage news. Now, interest rates have held fairly steady again this last month, maybe dipping just a tiny bit lower, but not too much change. You'll see on this graph here, this graph shows our historical rates for the last 10 years for 5-year fixed mortgages. And you'll see how low we are now compared to history. Below 2% is just an incredible rate. So if you are looking to buy, you know it's a fantastic time with the interest rates. And if you aren't looking to buy right now, but you currently do have a mortgage, you may want to look at refinancing or renewing to get that lower rate, which will save you lots of money over the course of your mortgage and possibly on your month to month. That being said, if you are looking for a local mortgage broker here in Airdrie, please let me know. I'd be happy to connect you to someone who will be able to take care of you and make sure you're getting the best mortgage you can. Well, that about does it for this month. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions at all about anything real estate related in Airdrie or around Airdrie, comment below. I'd love to help. And also, if you could, please give the video a like. That really helps me get it in front of other people to share the information. And as always, I do have the market report that I send out by email every month for each specific neighborhood within Airdrie, or the city of Airdrie itself, or any of the surrounding cities or towns as well. It goes out on a monthly basis. It shows you the homes that sold in the neighborhood that last month, how much they sold for, a few details about them, and just gives you a bit more details on the market in your specific area in Airdrie. So if you would like to get that, again, reach out. All my information is below, and I'd be more than happy to set you up. And again, my name is Brad Walker with Redline Real Estate, and we'll see you next month.